Hey folks, it's Daryl from Comalatech here. Today I'll be covering how to add and remove page restrictions automatically using Comala Document Management. Of course, you can add and remove restrictions manually in Confluence, but if restrictions are a really important part of your process, say in a compliance environment, or even if you just want to hide pages until they're approved, you may want to have a standardized and automated process to manage your restrictions and save yourself some time. Comala Document Management does this, allowing you to add and remove page restrictions as part of an approval workflow. Let's look at an example. Here, when we review the details of this workflow, we have a restriction workflow. We have 3 states in which the page moves through: the editing, in progress, and an approved state. We may want the workflow to restrict the page so only one group of users can view and edit it when the workflow is in the in progress state. And then once the page has been approved, it enters an approved state and the restrictions are automatically removed so that all users can view it. Adding and removing restrictions can be done in Comala Document Management using custom triggers, which you can add to the workflows using a markup language. So in our example, first we'll add a trigger which activates when the page is created and restricts views and edits to everyone except the controlled documents approvers group. A second trigger is set to activate when the page has been approved and remove restrictions so that all users can view the page. We could also set it to remove both view and edit restrictions, or remove restrictions on specific groups or users. That would allow you to bring in different groups to work on your document in different stages. Now let's take a look at it in action. From the user's perspective, in this window, I'm signed in as a user in the Controlled Documents Approvers group. And here, I'm signed in as a different user who is not in that group. I've already created a page with the restriction workflow and restrictions that you saw a minute ago. I'm going to go ahead and apply the workflow. And as soon as the workflow is submitted into the in progress state and I refresh my page, the workflow now has a restriction applied. And if I go back to my user that is not part of the controlled documents approvers group, you'll notice that the permissions have been applied and the user does not have access to the page. Now, once I go through my workflow and proceed to approve the workflow, I'll refresh the page and we'll notice that the restrictions have now been lifted off the page. And if I go back and sign in as my other user, you'll notice that that user now has access to the page and the page is visible to that user. Triggers and workflows give you a huge amount of flexibility and power over restrictions. And you can build processes that are very simple or very complex. Once you've designed a workflow, it's easy to apply it to different pages and spaces within your space. I hope this gives you an idea of how you can use Comala Document Management to manage your page restrictions. You can try the app for free for 30 days on the Atlassian Marketplace. Visit wiki.comalatech.com to learn more or reach out to us directly. We're always here and always happy to help. Thanks and have a great day.